Hello everyone, it's Dale here with new weekly trading ideas video. Today we are going to take a look at three trading pairs. First will be the Canadian dollar, then we will take a look at the Swiss franc, and then we will take a look at the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's check them out. First one is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. What we have before you is NinjaTrader 8 platform with my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators, and this is a 30-minute chart of the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Right now on the screen you can already see that a resistance level that I want to talk about. It is this one. It is at 1.3879, and if you look at the volume profile, the gray one, this one, it represents the volume distribution from the whole previous week. That means from this period. It has a shape of a capital letter D. That means that it's a D-shaped profile. When there's a D-shaped profile, I like to trade from the areas like this one. The one at the top, then if there's a significant volume zone at the bottom, I like to trade from those because the price likes to come back to the center of the D-shaped profile. So the level that I have here, this one, you can see that it's based on the volumes. You can see here on the weekly profile. I can as well use my flexible volume profile to show you. You'll see the level there as well. It is this volume cluster. The reason those volumes are important is that the price was rising to this area, but then sellers stepped in and started to sell aggressively in here. You can see if you look at the how strong the sell-off was, and also there was a fair value gap right here. Fair value gap, that's a sign of aggressive sellers as well. And the sellers took over in here. This is where they started to sell aggressively, enter their short positions. And I can tell because I can see that on the volume profile, right? This is what this volume cluster represents. So in here, they started to sell and eventually turn the price from this uptrend into this downtrend. So right now I'm waiting for a pullback. If there's a pullback to this level, then chances are that there'll be a reaction because the sellers from here are likely to become active again and defend this place, which is clearly important for them, and push the price downwards from there. All right, so that's the plan. By the way, I had a nice trade here on a Friday. It was based on this volume cluster right here. I was trading from the beginning of it. It was, by the way, also a beginning of a fair value gap. It was in here. So it was a short from this place. But that's a different strategy. That's a setup which is called the trend setup. Anyways, this level is spent. Today I wanted to focus on this level, which hasn't been spent yet. All right, so that's the Canadian dollar. And let's now take a look at the US dollar, Swiss franc. So here we have the US dollar, Swiss franc, and frankly it's a bit similar to the US dollar, Canadian dollar, because what we have here, if I show you on the volume profile, we have a significant volume zone from which strong trend activity started, right? By the way, I should use the profile like this because I'm more interested in volumes in this little rotation rather than volumes in here. So I'm always interested more in volumes before the strong trend starts, right? So in this case, it would be this volume zone. So anyways, now the volumes are visible quite clearly. This is the beginning of that heavy volume zone. It is at 0.7992. If there is a pullback to it, I think that the sellers, those sellers, will become active again, defend this place, and push the price downwards from there again, right? And the logic behind this trade is very similar as on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. In this case, this heavy volume zone represents a place where sellers were active and where they were accumulating their short positions before they manipulated the price to shoot downwards, right? So again, I'm just waiting for that pullback. When it occurs, I'm going to jump in with a limit order and hope for the best. All right, so That's for the US dollar Swiss franc. And the next trading idea that I wanted to share with you is the Australian dollar Canadian dollar. In here, you can see that there's rather strong trend. By the way, this is a 30-minute chart of the Australian dollar Canadian dollar, my favorite time frame for intraday trading analysis. In here, we have a strong trend. And when there's a trend like this, I like to jump in at pullbacks. And I do that at places where significant volumes were traded. So if I use the volume profile, for example, like this for the last area of that uptrend, but it doesn't matter, really. You know, you can also use it like this or like this. It will always point you to this important heavy volume zone, which formed in here in this rotation, right? What the volume profile and the chart are telling us here is that price are pushing the price up, then they stopped for a bit and they started to add to their long positions before continuing to push the price even higher, right? So this is important place for buyers because they placed a lot of their long positions here. So when there's a pullback to this level in the future, it's very likely that there'll be a reaction because the buyers from here will want to defend this place, which is clearly important for them because they placed a lot of their orders here, right? So that's why the price should go up from here. The level is 0.9170, and the reason I have the level exactly right here is because there's a fair value gap, right? Highlighted in green, this is the fair value gap. I like to trade from the beginning of a fair value gap, that's this level, and that's why the level is exactly here. All right. Now something very similar happened on the New Zealand dollar Canadian dollar. Let me show you. There was also an uptrend, also a significant volume zone within the uptrend right here. The price already made a pullback to it and there already was a reaction. So this is how it is supposed to look like. All right, heavy volume accumulation inside a trend, then pull back to it and a reaction. This is what I'm looking for. All right. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about volume profile trading and in getting your hands on my custom-made indicators, then head over to my website. It is at traderdale.com, and if you click this button, Trading Course and Tools, then it will take you to this page. And in here, you can check out my trading education and custom-made indicators. There's the volume profile pack, order flow pack, VWAP pack, and smart money pack. You can get them separately in here, or if you scroll down a bit, then right here you can get all those together in one discounted bundle. Now, before I wrap the video up, I'd like to announce a winner of a contest we had last time. The prize of the contest were my custom-made volume profile and VWAP indicators for TradingView platform, and right now on your screen you see the name of the person who won in the contest. So congratulations to the winner, and what I'll do next is I'll do another contest for the next week. The only thing that you need to do to participate in this contest is leave a comment below this video, which I'll publish on YouTube, and next week I'll randomly pick one person to win this set of custom-made indicators. So that's about that. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading!